I wrote a poem about mental illness and how it's weaponized. And I'll tell you a little bit more. In the past, I did suffer uh, a lot of trauma, I guess, growing up, considered, I think. And I was diagnosed with a PTSD. I went on some medication and therapy for about 6 years. They weaned me off of it. And now, I don't need it. However, healing is kind of like a life journey, I guess, like everybody says, so it never ends. But this is special, I guess, for certain communities, maybe families even. When mental illness is weaponized against people who are speaking up, people who are saying out publicly what had happened and what's going on really. So when I was a child, and in our community, the family community, a woman would kind of start doubting the way things were taking course, start doubting the vision, the ideology, start standing up, start challenging men usually, or also women who have hardened themselves, but start challenging. They would be threatened to be sent off to a mental institution. And usually it was not a mental institution, it was like a little, I don't know what to call it, a place where they put you in. And when you come out, you're your place now. And they're quiet, they're silenced. So this was as a young girl, I noticed like it was a thing. It had been used on me, it has been used on other family members, even men, women, children. And then as I was growing older, into my 30s, the pattern reappeared again. Actually into my 40s, when I started speaking up. I started saying, I started writing. It appeared again. And so, actually 30s and 40s, I would not lie. And it would be that at first they would abuse you. They'd make you feel chased. They would gaslight you. And then they would actually abuse your body. And then they would say, there's something not right in your head. You need to be checked. Let's send you to a doctor. Let's bring the doctor over. That's one thing. And then it escalated to using it as a weapon, literally. So once a chapter is open, when I say a chapter is open, is once I start speaking publicly, and again, the idea of being chased appears, people appear, scenarios appear, stories appear, things get really odd and strange, it doesn't make sense. In reality, it doesn't make sense. Where is this coming from? You start questioning even your mental health. You start questioning, like, do I need help here? But from the outside, it looks very much like you need help. They organize the story around you, so reality seems scary. And then they end the chapter with you, with them suggesting that you should go to the mental hospital, or with you checking in the mental hospital because you're thinking things are getting weird, out of hand, or being so scared for my life that I would put myself in a mental hospital just for safety. This had happened more than once. There are communities. There are communities. There are families who would say, if you don't abide, if you don't let me abuse you further, if you don't abide me by to send you off, to offer you here or there, or if you don't abide by keeping quiet, then I'll harm you. And I'll send the doctors to you. I'll pay off the police. And then the doctors will take you. Now, what do you think about this happening in a foreign land? Yeah, that's something that needed to be spoken about. I wrote a poem. I'll sing it maybe one day. It's quite meaty. All right, enough. Good night.